Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson, and welcome to this week's edition. On the show, a little bit later, the Ponca City High School track coach, Lee Guess, will be our special guest. And right now we have Coach Bill Stinson, the head coach of the Pohai golf team. And Coach Stinson, golf. Last weekend, big tournament, 11 teams in Ponca City competing at the country club. And you got to be happy with how it turned out.
Very pleased. I know we have a very capable team and high hopes for this year. And to come out on top was a great start for us to the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the season continues. Jinx. Now this is an even bigger tournament. You're talking about 18 teams at this tournament. Tell us about this coming up Thursday.
Thursday at Page Belcher in the Tulsa area, and there's just a lot of good teams in the state. So we'll really kind of be able to gauge ourselves on where we're at, and hopefully we have a good showing and get some confidence. Golf is so much about confidence, and hopefully we'll play well, and they'll carry that through the rest of the season.
When you are watching your players out there, as a coach, what is your role when they're on the course, they're in the tournament? What can you do? What are you allowed to do? Are you allowed to walk out there on the green and coach them individually right there and then and there?
Definitely, and I try not to do too much of that. As much of anything, I'm a mental support coach. Right. If things are going poorly, I'm trying to pick them up and try to get them back on. Technically, there's not a whole lot that I'm going to say to them unless I see something specific. But otherwise, it's just a gauge on how they're doing and feeling, and if we need to pick up or refocus, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, well, the Pohai golf team, a young team, 2 seniors on the squad. Tell us about your team, some of the players, and what you're looking forward to this season.
Yeah, this is my 4th year, and Will Harbison has been with me and he's our senior leader. And a great kid, and he's going to be a good golfer for us too. Case Anderson's another great kid that participates and is right there in the mix for that. We have 4 juniors, and 2 of them right now are in that varsity group. Dalton Kreiner shot a 76, actually got second in our home tournament, so that was great. And then we have several sophomores kind of filling out the roster. So, the sky's the limit for us, and just how bad they're wanting it and the time they put in is going to determine where we go.
When we talk about other sports, traditional, the practice sessions, in the weight room and all of that, what does practice look like? Is it just the driving range? What kind of physical conditioning do you put into your golf team?
Well, we did a lot of climbing stairs this winter, okay, just because it'd get too cold, and so that was one of the things. So the kids really enjoyed that. But in normal practice, on Mondays we go to Lou Wentz, and there's not a range there, so we'll play usually. And then on Tuesdays we'll chip and putt and sand work and specifics on those, and then a combination of all of that. But it is a time-consuming sport. You just can't come out and practice for an hour and a half. You have to put your time in, yeah. And that's the hard thing for kids to find.
This past weekend we watched as Tiger Woods missed a relatively short putt for Tiger Woods.
Right.
He avoided a playoff, came in second in that tournament. Putting. Even Tiger Woods misses a short putt every now and then.
Right.
How much work does your team focus on putting?
Every day, if we can. It's easy when there's no pressure, and just like with Tiger, when there's pressure, right, that whole thing's changes.
Right.
So we'll do a thing, they have to make so many in a row, and when you get down to that 11th and 12th and you have to make it, there is a little bit more pressure. Now, you're never going to simulate the pressure you'll see in a tournament or on TV.
Right.
But those are the things we're trying to do to help them feel a little bit more comfortable, at least be in that spot before.
Yeah. So. Head coach Bill Stinson, Pohai Golf. And we certainly enjoyed it. Thank you, Coach, for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, best of luck as the season continues and Coach's Corner continues. And we appreciate you watching. Coming up, Lee Guess, head coach of the Pohai track team. That's coming up right here on Coach's Corner.